Again, Monday's attack on Muslim worshippers in London is adding to the pressure right now on Prime Minister Theresa May. Her government's facing accusations that its security failures have all played a role in the terror acts in the capital and also up in Manchester of late. Now, in this latest incident near Finsbury Park Mosque yesterday, a van drove into a crowd of pedestrians after Ramadan prayers had just finished. RT's Polyboy Connects looks at how Britain has found itself seemingly vulnerable more and more to extremism.
The method, blunt and now painfully familiar. A vehicle mowing down innocent pedestrians.
Our country woke to news of another terrorist attack. On the streets of our capital city. This was an attack on Muslims near their place of worship. Police declared it a terrorist incident within 8 minutes.
This was quite clearly an attack on Muslims.
The UK's Prime Minister has had to denounce a fourth act of terrorism on British soil in just 3 months.
Terrorism, extremism and hatred take many forms. There has been far too much tolerance of extremism in our country over many years, including Islamophobia.
Islamophobia has been on the rise ever since the Westminster, Manchester and London Bridge attacks, which were committed by Islamic extremists. The Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, has acknowledged that violent extremism can now come from anywhere.
Terrorists who are motivated by other means, other than Islamist motivation, perverse Islamist motivation. The good news is that the police recognise this is an additional challenge they face.
Just hours after the attack, a mosque in East London received a bomb threat and had to be evacuated. Authorities have now increased security around all places of worship, but that hasn't allayed everyone's fears.
The important thing to note is that this is a very, very different attack to the things we've had before. This was specifically targeted towards a minority community. And the key thing to say here is that in the past we've heard things about dividing lines between community, how you have to separate, there's the British society and then there's Muslim society, and how there's somehow a dividing line. What this attack reminds us is that the only dividing line that exists is those who believe in justice, freedom and peace and community cohesion, and those who don't.
There are huge community tensions in this country. The British Muslim community have quite rightly emphasised that over time there have been rises in the number of attacks on their community, Islamophobic attacks. What needs to be done are socio-economic changes to our society and some clear political leadership.
What happened here in Finsbury Park has shown yet again how deadly the bluntest of tools like cars and vans can be when in the hands of those wishing to commit violent acts of terror. Figuring out how to prevent such attacks is now a major challenge for Theresa May's government.
Polly Boyko, RT, London.
Shalom, Malcolm, Shukar, Kapash, and GMS London, giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that brought honors to the elders, the apostles of GMS, and honors that led to the brothers on the highways and byways, teaching truth and all sincerity. Okay, that's just a kind of like a little summary roundup of things that have been going on in the UK for the last month or so. Things are really heating up over here in the UK, man, and things are continuously going on in Europe, and elsewhere in the world, man. Things are generally heating up. The gender of the elites is being fast forwarded, man. And a lot of these attacks, these false flag attacks, are increasing in they're coming around at an increasing rate, okay, increasing frequency, okay. Now these are signs, man, because amongst all this, this so-called terrorist attacks that happened in Manchester, here in London Bridge, Borough Market, you had a retaliation attack just the other day, which they was talking about with the white dude in the van that went into a crowd of Muslims. From this, this is all adding to that sedition among men that's which written in the scriptures, man. And you know, the elites, the governments, you know, they're all pushing that mindset that anyone can be a terrorist, or all these, you know, they're kind of squashing all these crimes together, and they're just labeling it all terrorism, okay, which anyone is able to commit, okay. But every act these days seems to be, oh, it's a terrorist act, okay. And they really want to get, you know, like I said, they're tying up extremism and terrorism together when we ultimately they're two different things, you know. But you know, they're trying to stomp down on those that don't share the ideologies of the system, okay, which is that New World Order, okay, ideology, man. Okay, because you know, amongst all this, you got the fire that happened here in London, the Grenfell Tower, okay. Got a tower block that went up in a blaze, okay, which no one really knows the truth of what this is all about, man. But we know that the elites, man, they made a sacrifice, man. Just like any of these attacks and people dying, you know, their sacrifices made to their demons, man, to their gods. Okay. Now, like I said, with this, you know, this is the Grenfell Tower is still an open thing, but there's you know, misinformation going on, you know, being produced by mainstream medias and that about how many people are dead and how many people survived. No one knows, you know, because they, you know, people have been coming out and saying, well, if there's 500, 600 people that died in this that live in this building, then where are all the survivors, and how comes only, I believe the number is 79 now? How come only 79 died or have been reported dead? No, yeah, 79. Okay, so there's all this bullshit, cover-ups and that kind of shit, because the numbers are likely to be a lot higher. Okay, well, obviously, too high a number, man, is gonna make people go crazy, man. Okay, but yeah, no, that's at least doing their sacrificing, man. People got blazed up in that tower block, you know, by whatever means. Okay, set up. It's just a setup, man. Okay. Now, like I said, the elites are pushing this thing, man. They're making their sacrifices, man. They're making these attacks and these incidences more and more frequent. Okay. And like I said, we're rolling into that time, man. I'm gonna start off with the scripture. Okay. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. I'll come to Matthew in a minute. All right. Just down here. All right. Okay. It says here, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Okay, Esau's time is running out. Okay, so expect, you know, as the countdown goes, you know, these attacks will become more frequent, more devastating. Okay, because he's gonna pull out all the stops to try it and complete, you know, his agenda, which is his New World Order. Okay, and all this is in their plans. All these types of attacks are in their plans, you know, to create the scenario that they need. Okay, the order abkeo scenario that they need to implement their New World Order. Okay, and then if you go, you know, you look it up, man, Albert Pike and the 3 world wars that he predicted. Okay, then you see that in this, well, we've had 2 already. We've had 2 world wars already, man. Okay, and the scripture tells you the third cometh quickly. Right? In the third world war, how this is all going to be kicked off and, you know, styled, so to speak, is around these Muslims, man, and, you know, and these so-called Christians, man. Okay, that's why the Muslims are so big in the media, because that is what's being pushed. That is their agenda. Okay, to make them the boogeyman. Okay, to play 2 sides off, to make religion null and void, pretty much, because they're gonna, you know, You know, all that's going to be in the New World Order is that you're gonna worship the elites. That's it. Okay, they're gonna be the gods that you reverence, man, and that's what all that submission, you know, to the mark of the beast is all going to be about. Okay, but you know, this was the part of their plans to play this paradigm, you know, this play, so to speak. This is part of their agendas. Okay, so like I said, they're moving on with this thing, and you know, they're increasing death tolls, incidences, terrorist attacks, whatever bullshit is going on. They, you know, dropping more bombs in another country or whatever, man. They're continuing, you know, this momentum, and it's speeding up because their time is running out. They know the Lord is about to make His appearance, and on top of that, okay, the men of the Lord are out there teaching His gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Okay, like I mentioned in another video, man, like one of our videos here on the streets, man, you know, kind of went viral, man. You know, it's kind of peaked off now, you know, but it's like it was on over 800,000 views, man. So a lot of people have seen this thing, and, you know, word of mouth and that kind of stuff. It could be many more, you know, but Lord willing, man, so, you know, hey, men are gonna wake up out of their slumber, man, and come around to this truth, man. So the elites have got to move in a fast pace, man, because the Lord is moving at a fast pace. Okay, the Lord is bringing this thing to its pinnacle, man. You know, the Lord is bringing the day of the Lord ever closer. So, you know, the elites they're trying to play the same game. Okay, trying to hurry things up. Okay, so I'll read this again. This is Revelation 12 verse 12. So therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Okay, because hey, this is where Satan he gonna bring the fire to, man. The inhabitants. Okay, the people. Okay, it says of the earth and of the sea, because hey, not even, you know, all the creatures in the sea are exempt, man, from Esau's destruction. And you know, another article I found recently, another batch of fish washed up in Texas, man. So everybody's suffering. Everything is suffering on the planet under Esau's rulership. Okay, it says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. Okay. So, like I said, all these incidences, man, and all this rhetoric that's being spoken around these events, man, you know, it's really like they're shots at us, you know, the Hebrew Israelites, the men of the Lord that are out there teaching this truth, okay, because this truth is against them, man. Okay, it's the polar opposite, man. You know, this truth breaks down and destroys this kingdom, man, and they want to uphold it. So, you know, but they can't directly come and attack us. So they have to work some backhanded way to get us off the street, get us to shut up. You know, they can't address the situation directly. Okay, but you know, being able to label anyone a terrorist, you know, or an extremist, just by their say so, pretty much now. You know, one man dies, and you know, before they might have called it a hate crime, you know, racist attack or whatever, man. But now it's a terrorist attack, even if just one man died, and that was it. That was the end of the matter. You know, they just throw these labels and these terms on these events, man, and that's it. And now they got, you know, they can conduct their investigation and their sentencing based on that label that they've given them. You know. But anyway, right, this is Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2. Alright, it says here, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Okay, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay, we've been waiting for these prophecies to come to pass for a while now, man, but evidently every year that goes by, every month, every year that goes by, man, we see the fulfillment of these prophecies, man. You know, we patiently wait for these things, man, because we see them happen. There's not like there's nothing happening in the world that doesn't uphold what the scriptures are saying, man. Because everything's happening true to what the scripture is saying, and has been saying for all this time. Okay, So we wait patiently for these things to come, man, and we know it's already, you know, a stone's throw away now.